Which way is the common room?
Must be different starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon fruit, like that poor man from the ministry.
Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
A little room, everyone. Let me through.
It'll be the next butterbeer. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a... Still, she means well. And she's an...
Are you having...
Oh no, I'm almost there.
Seems you enjoy brewing.
Well, as I see... Though, I'm not certain...
Well, it was nice meeting you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
Don't fall off this time, Nellie.
anything for
First day.
attention.
Oh, what did I do wrong this time? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly. Is it true that you're...
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast!
Is that what you were trying to do?
Oh, yes.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't... Once, I tried to...
Do most students know how to cast non...
Not at all. I'm simply trying to get...
Well, good luck with it.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
Nelly,
Don't
we do
fall off
anything
this
for
time,
attention.
Nelly. First day.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it how... Once I made it to the top of...
Goodness. It's true, and I was almost killed. Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
How awful for you. But still. Anyway, you've certainly...
What exactly are the rumors about?
that you was... Most of us arrive via word travels far.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
You never know.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. Now, in light of your... especially as your...
OWLs?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level. After much discussion... Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will... Walk with me and we shall put it... This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Lumos.
Would conveniently go on holiday.
My side of the dormitory is always spotless. Can't say the same for my housemates. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were raised by trolls.
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Revelio.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure...
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly. I think you will enjoy...
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you will also, I imagine.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've...
Well, perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little receptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more, and she may feel obliged to share details with the head.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability... Happily, you have the benefit of an exception. Speaking of guides... And so that I may avoid another... Why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the... Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Trouble, are we? Been up to no good? Thought as much.
Revelio.
Someone gets struck by a cursed broom. We do hope it's you.
Got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt. Artfully helped me demonstrate earlier. Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Now, the basic cast.
Levioso.
Oh, jeez.
Now, the basic cast.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso.
This should be easy.
You're good.
Our perspective. What are you doing up there?
Rather good at this, aren't you?
I know.
You're not gonna make this easy, are you?
I wouldn't. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Protego.
Levioso.
Complicates things.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Levioso.
Only all of my students for this event.
Levioso.
Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Protego. Levioso.
Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is gone.
Levioso.
Watch your opponent for signs to attack or defend yourself.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, I demand a classroom duel is one thing.
Understood, Professor.
Again, well done today. I shall All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Revelio.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Levioso. Nice work. I enjoyed that. It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Didn't expect a new Then again.
I've jeweled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest jewel when you aren't. You know, you might...
Exclusive and unsanctioned.
Excellent. If you want to get them, whether it's joining us, you just have to be...
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanct. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock. Till next time.
Revelio.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Revelio.
Answer me this!
Let us keep our heads about this. Oh, I'm truly sorry.
Revelio.
My aunt says I should get to Hogsmeade this afternoon.
Revelio.
I wonder what it was like in Hogsmeade before 1714. I'd imagine things were far less orderly.
Anyone back to go through the text?
Nice and warm!
Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the letter.
There's an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right? Now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last moment. Excellent control there. Splendid! That's it! Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go! Phew.
Very good.
Watch this. go. Brilliant. Let us see this.
Hepsini eleyip.
Excellent control there. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Splendid!
Here we go! There we go. Do not think I will start going easy on you now. Nicely done. Let us see this. Yes!
Don't lose your composure. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took me weeks to become proficient. Took weeks for me to get any.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember I transferred here from Wagadu. My mother received an offer. Before I knew it,
Well, it's been nice talk.
And with you. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans. If
A
you're so
word,
inclined.
if you would.
Well,
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to it.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was...
What charm is there in the Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor. Now, Professor, we expect to hear from me soon.
Revelio.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak?
Samantha Dale. Hope your first day's going well.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to... Well, better see...
Revelio.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boots and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
저거서 글쎄 5, 9, 3 Adam sırası. Bundan 2 tane varmış. 2 soru işareti. 2, 5, 4, 7, 11.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Levioso.
Bunu yakalamıyoruz mu?
Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
Sıfır biliyoruz.
Revelio.
I enjoy having lunch down by the lake.
Levioso. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Sure he's in at the present moment, the headmaster. Would be sure to tell him how very much you despise him. Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said in 1420.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Lumos. Revelio.
Not one bad word, I'm honest. My brother just started at Hogwarts as a thought for certain he'd be
Accio. Levioso. Lumos.
And have you seen how these professors look at your clothes? Black looks at me like I'm a pauper. I swear the man thinks I have fleas.
Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much. Seems Professor Fig taught... I'd wager there's a good deal more to your
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. In that regard, I've...
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Now, regarding the trip to Hogwarts, we've arranged to replace...
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
Professor Sharp asked that they...
I've never heard of a spell.
A spellcraft. I shall explain more.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Mr. Ollivander, I would trust no...
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai...
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. She'll keep you well clear of it.
Rookwood?
Hurrah. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend... No time to waste.